guys, what's going on? FLESHMARKETS here, and welcome back to Pathfinder WOTR. Since we last left off, if I do recall correctly, we were going through the lower city to see about dealing with some issues here and there. Nothing too crazy, just a few enemies that are, you know. Oh, it appears I've got a bit of a sound alert thing that I've got to update on, but I'll worry about that later. But I digress. Yeah. So, God, that completely got me off guard. Yeah, we are going to continue on our way. We are going to deal with some traders that decided to think that they were snappy enough to try and kill us. But we'll deal with them and many more things as we go on. But I digress. Without further ado, let's get into things and see what happens. Alright. But yeah, it does appear that Sound Alerts has an update. I will worry about that later. I'm not too concerned with it right now, but if it happens, it happens. If not, it not. But I will deal with that after stream. Alright, so where was I? Right, I was looking around, seeing if I could find some things here and there. Most of it doesn't appear that it's going to be a concern just yet, but we'll see. Now, if I recall correctly, we've already gone through the Rotten Guttery, so we've dealt with that, so we don't need to worry about that. I believe we were going up to confront what's their faces, but in order for us to do that, we are going to need to go to a portal of any kind, really. So we're going to go to the Bad Luck Tavern because there's a portal there. We're going to make our way over to the FLESHMARKETS, I want to say, and we'll go from there. Yeah, if we go to the FLESHMARKETS, we've got some grudges to settle over by the 10,000 Lights, and we've got to deal with an Aasimar, if I recall correctly. So we got quite a few things that we've got to break down and fight. Sure to be interesting, though. Sure to be interesting. Let us see what we come across. But yeah, because the individual that was up here got killed, sadly, we won't be able to benefit from his retraining, which is one of the few things that we kind of needed at the time, but whatever. It's no big deal. We shall make it work, put simply. Regardless, we will grab the Thrall Hunter Master's gear there. We are given some items here and there. These guys are doing nothing, so I'm not gonna bother them. Rather, I'm going to... Yeah, we just need to go over to here. Oh, hello. Let's leave them alone. Right, to the Aasimars' house. We've got a select number of buffs on us currently. I do believe a 50 AC is going to be perfectly fine for us, so... let's just save. We'll just save it like that. There we go. I'm feeling a little bit more eloquent with it, with the saves for today. I don't know why. Regardless. Latverk. Looking even paler than ever before, Latverk greets you with a trembling voice. Did you stop her? Is Red Mass still a threat to us? I know everything about you and your highly unusual tastes. It's not my fault. I did not want this weakness. It gnaws at me from the inside. I know what I'm doing is wrong, but there is nothing I can do to stop myself. But I swear, I was kind to those girls. The rest of the time, it was I who saved them. The time has come. You will answer for your crimes. With a show of impeccable timing, Red Mask drops from the rafters, looking like the remorseless spirit of vengeance incarnate. She lands in front of the ashen-faced Landberg, and in a harsh, damning voice proclaims, "The hour of retribution is at hand, scum. You will pay for each and every one of your crimes." No, don't touch me. May evil never go unpunished. Alright. This is the chance that you get to basically prepare if you need to. I do feel like it is going to be necessary, so I'm going to quickly wild shape back and do some buffing. If only for the fact that I feel like I need it. Just a little bit, anyways. We are going to use a Wand of Heroism to give us a bit of a boost there. We are going to use... Let's see. We do have Stone Skin already, so we don't need that. We will use False Life Greater. We shouldn't need Freedom Movement, given it's not active, actually, so we'll use it. There we go. We shall throw on a Shield. We shall throw on Blur, Mirror Image, and Displacement. Save here. And then we're just going to polymorph and engage. No need to sugarcoat what we're about to do here. Alright, off we go. My little birds, protect me from this vermin. They've come to enslave you once again. Yeah, nice try. Alright. So, the biggest thing with this guy is that he has a absurdly high AC. Never mind his buffs, but the biggest thing about him is that he has the absurd AC. The easiest way to get to him is using his flat-footed as a way to bypass his defenses, but you can only do so much with that, to be fair. So, the next best thing that I can do here is quite literally charge at him, I think? What is our current gear? We can charge and get a... Yeah, whenever we charge using a natural attack, the first attack that round has the base damage dice tripled. So it's probably for the best that I charge here. For this particular moment, anyways. I missed, but that's perfectly fine. Alright. I'm not too worried about the Aasimar girls, honestly. They are the weakest of the links. We've managed... Oh, he is immune to Shaken. Gonna 5-foot step here. And make him my study target. There we go. Alright, Med Mask, you're gonna be doing that. Okay. Gonna 5-foot here, deal with the Aasimar here. Oh, well, I guess that's them. And now it's just Latberg here. Oof. And yeah, his defenses are absurd. Yeah. We're suffering a 38, and we can't fear him, so he's just within a range where we've gotta get lucky, really. Red Mask is probably gonna go down because of this, but it's fine. We'll live. All it is we just gotta get nat 20 every time, so... We'll slowly but surely deal with him. Let's see. Yeah, he's immune to fear. That is probably because he has... Remove fear on, I think? No, he does not. Okay, so he's just immune to fear, period. Which kind of sucks, because that just... It makes us pretty useless as a polymorph here. No matter. What is his to hit anyways? It's like... Yeah, it's a 54. Oh god. I'll just be thankful I have fast healing, otherwise this would have been worse. Yeah, no, I've got DR, fast healing, I'll be fine. Well, let's hope I can actually deal with him, otherwise this is going to be a nuisance. Hey! 27 damage, it was reduced. He does have mummification, so... He's got some reductions there, here and there. Not sure how he managed to tank that, but it's fine. I'm gonna slowly just let him take hits, and we're just gonna passively heal through him. And I just gotta hope my defense is gonna be fine. What is its damage anyways? It's 26 to 34, or a 1d4 plus 24 with a 1d6 electricity. We're gonna be fine most cases though, it seems. Yeah, no, it's just a, Does he have fast healing? That's another thing. Because if he has fast healing, it's gonna be worse for me, I think. It doesn't look like he's got fast healing, though, which is fine, but he does have heal, which does suck. So if I can't, yeah, no, I guess it's going to be a very long bout, no matter what we do. Oh well. I kind of predicted this was going to be the case. Well, hey, if I get lucky, I'll be able to blind him, but no promises there. I mean, I could reduce the damage even further by swapping to electricity. It'll give me a energy resistance of 5 to electricity, which is also good. Let's see, does he regen any? No, he does not. Okay, so it is literally just a bout of just rolling and seeing who gets the better result here. Okay. Hey, a crit, nice. And did I get a blind? No, I got dazzle, but still. If he ever rolls a nat 1 on that very thing, then he's gonna be in for a rough time. And besides, if he fails either of those fortitude saves, yeah, if he rolls a nat 1 on either of them, then he's going to be in for a rough time, no matter what. There we we go. And that's assuming he does even heal, to be fair. Because he could just not heal, period, and we'll be fine regardless. But yeah, no, this is the sort of thing I was worried about. We do need to find a way to bypass touch and flat-footed. Because otherwise we're just going to be in situations like this, where we just have to rely on the nat 20 and just pray that we outlive anything they throw it against us. Although, that said, the fact that we're living through most of his attacks is a good sign. It just means that we've got an even better chance to get 20s, so... I'd have to do the calculation on how many 20s it'd be needing to get a guarantee on the combos here, but the statistical value of a 5% chance is gonna be quite wild, no matter what you do. Hey! What am I rolling with my gore here? Gore is a critical hit, okay. This should be automatically confirming my crits, though. Oh well. Weird that the item that's designed to auto-crit is, not auto-critting. Oh well. Hey, there we go. Oh, I see. He has fortification. So, for reference, fortification basically, mitigates the crits that he would get. So, it would end up being a issue regardless if he had, not done that, so... Definitely worth noting. Okay, move here. Yeah, so the fortification is the only reason that I'm not getting guaranteed crits here, basically. But that's perfectly fine, because we just take him out like that. The Aasimar screams, desperately smearing tears and blood across his aristocratic face. I'm begging you, spare me. This disgusting trait. This addiction. Makes me hate myself. Weak, but I swear, I will no longer allow my weakness to harm anyone else. Bring me to justice if you wish, but spare me from your vengeance. You deserve death. Seeing Ladverk's dying convulsions, Red Mask lets out a bloodthirsty chuckle. Well done. I was afraid your resolve would falter, but you were strong enough to carry out the sentence. Without further ado, the adventurer bends over Ladverk. When she stands again, she is holding the bloody strip of skin that used to be the Aasimar's face. The woman takes off her mask and smiles with satisfaction. He took away my beauty. Now I've taken his. Red Mask stretches Ladverk's face on her own, Fixing it in place with a handful of barbed hooks, she drives into her own flesh. Rivulets of blood run down the woman's neck, giving her a grotesque and terrifying appearance. You will take care of these young women, and I will take my leave. This corrupt city is full of scum whose wrongdoing remain unpunished. I will bring retribution to each and every one of them. Red masked laughter echoes eerily through the cellar's vaults, full of excitement and lust for blood that can only be sated by more brutal killing. You did a noble thing when you did not abandon the weak in their hour of need. You have my deepest respect. Go to my camp. It's the safest place. The young Aasimar women exchange glances, then nod gratefully to you. Huddled together in a tight group, they set out in search of the promised shelter. They carry themselves with an air of grim determination, look after one another, and find a way out of this terrible place. They leave. We get the loot that is from this individual. We don't get that much good stuff. The kukri is probably the best out of the lot, but not by much, I do believe. Yeah, it's a shocking burst kukri that gets a +2 insight to attack against enemies armed with shields and a +2 to damage against enemies with two-handed weapons. It's okay. The only good thing about it is probably the shocking burst ability, which deals an extra d10 for every critical hit you get. But that's about it. But yeah, you get the Temple of Roses here. Nothing too special for a book, but you do get the special loot here, which leads into the Gloves of the Enduring Wizard, which is a nice tool for those who are playing into high-level spells. Yeah, so whenever the wearer of these gloves casts a 7th level or higher spell, they gain 20 temporary HP for a minute. This is good if you cast high-level spells constantly. So, great for a sorcerer, perhaps, but other than that, not really the most special thing out there. Sucks that it couldn't have more usage, but you make do. Regardless, we are going to move our way up here. We are going to go see the 10,000 Delights here, because we got quite a thing here to deal with. And we will deal with the problems at hand before we continue further. But yeah, we're going into 10,000 Delights. Let's see what we find. Chavaro. Welcome to the 10,000 Delights. Are you here for a good time? I've been to the Rotten Guttery. You hired assassins to kill me. Lilitu latches onto your consciousness. Her face contorts in a tense grimace, but you manage to fend her off with a determined effort. Piece of... Why couldn't you just go quietly there and die? You caused nothing but trouble. Damn you for all your suffering you caused Monaco and me. Why did you try to set me up? Lilitu's rage is like a stream of liquid fire burning through her mind. She tries to hurt you, but you manage to restrain her. You are Monago's enemy. My sweet Monago. Vile Galarian, you'll pay for standing in our way. So you and Monago are... lovers. Demons do not know love. Certainly not the kind that you have on stupid Galarian, but Monago and I... closer than most demons ever get. We're bound by passion. At times we irritated each other so much that we separated. We were always drawn back to one another. We became drugs to the other, and then you showed up and started harassing Monago. Tell me the story about you and Monago, then. The demon's rage fades. She speaks bitterly and sincerely, as if in confession. I have always loved to sow chaos, whereas Monago wanted to rule over it. She once usurped me in my own scheme, snatched it right from under my nose, and reaped a future for herself. The gauntlet had been thrown. We spent long months trying to kill each other. We were both impressed by the other's passion, and we became addicted to it. No one has ever wanted to destroy me with such fervor. Once, I tried to kill her in her bed as she slept. The fight somehow turned into something more, yet it was so much more than that. Morning, we both realized we were bound by our cravings for each other. Of course, we still do try to kill each other. Minago can be insufferable, and I'm not much better. But if one of us ever succeeded, it would be a terrible blow to whoever survived. I know demons should not have such feelings, but nothing I can do about it. But do demons truly fall in love, albeit in their own terrifying way? It's believed their hearts have no capacity for love, but when I know both know that light is stronger than darkness, it can shine even in the most impenetrable gloom. Well, just so you're aware, I let Minago go. I don't know where she is now, but she does need your help. Shivaro's voice sounds baffled and distrustful, but holds a slight hint of hope. You let her go? I thought Minago was dead. Why hasn't she come to me? Perhaps she didn't want me to see her at her most vulnerable? Or was she afraid she might draw Baphomet's wrath onto me after she failed at his task again? Oh, damn it. Lilitu's voice sounds odd, as if she's about to burst into tears. I appreciate it. Minago needs my help, and I'll find her no matter what. Thank you for giving me a chance to see her again and ask for just so sorry for everything that's happened between us. She chokes on the words of gratitude, which she is likely uttering for the first time in her long life, then turns on her heel and quickly leaves. Looks like Shivao's throne stands empty, and we are supposed to choose a new leader. I regret that we must ask our guests to leave the 10,000 Delights temporarily. Very soon, our doors will be open to you once again. Before we do go, I'd like to go over to here, because I'm satisfied with that ending. While we didn't make her pay for her crimes, we certainly did the more interesting option. Let's go talk with these cultists. The demon worshipper raises his flimsy eyes at you. For a while he tries to understand who you are, but ultimately gives up. What do you want? Do I owe you gold? Yes, you do. Pay up. Sighing with frustration, the cultist empties his pockets and clumsily slips his coins into a little bag when he hands it over. This is all I have. I don't remember how much I owe you and for what, but I hope it's enough. Who are you? I am ashes caught by a storm, whirling in the wild vortex of a tornado, tormenting its universe. I am measured emptiness. Who are you? Doesn't matter. You're neither ashes nor emptiness. We shall never understand each other. Alright, what are you doing here? We enjoy the silence and darkness of oblivion. We keep each other quiet. We share our grains of truth, scattered in the endless void of our minds. We'd be glad if you didn't interfere with this process. I'm looking for the Spinner of Nightmares. The Spinner of Nightmares? We adore her. She's a teacher. She opened our minds to the beauty of madness, brought us here, granted us fear and Eternal's delight, and then she went away. Where did she go? Why would she abandon us? So sad. The cultist's gaze grows perplexed. He looks to be on the verge of tears, but a moment later he's already boasting a carefree, woozy grin. But she left us so many presents. They're all her caches. Oh, so many all around here. I don't know what that thing is. It looked like a dried human brain, but it has a plenty sweet horror in it. I see. You're right. The great truth has revealed itself to you. We have nothing to talk about. Words are nothing. Words are barriers between our minds. Only a union of feelings matter. Sure. Sure. Seems like somebody's just lost in his own thoughts. A bit too heartily. The back side of the altar conceals a small indentation for cash. Unfortunately, it's empty. That's fine. Let's polymorph back into our form here. And let's see about getting some more knowledge checks here. So if we take off the Haramaki here temporarily, because we don't really need the Haramaki, honestly. We equip the Blackened Rags. That's going to increase our Arcana significantly. We can increase our Knowledge World checks by 5 by wearing these gloves, I do believe. And, yep, Knowledge Arcana is already set up. Don't need the Cloak of Carnage, don't need the Sovereign Dragon. Alright, let's make some knowledge checks here. The religion one is probably going to be the most difficult to accomplish, but other than that, we should be fine.
I have managed.
A magic figurine used to conduct mind-manipulating rituals. Okay. And then a knowledge world check, and then follow up with a knowledge religion.
The deed is done.
A bookshelf is a popular choice for a stash. The pages of several books are in fact cut out neatly, but the cache is empty. And finally, we got a religion check, so let's see what we get here. Each one's 5,000 experience, so I can't complain.
The deed is done.
The sheets are covered with embroidery that can be folded to form magical runes. They were probably required by some magical tool of the Spinner of Nightmares.
Godspeed.
The Spinner of Nightmares cache is securely hidden, but not so well that a careful search can't uncover it. Alright, let's equip ourselves properly. I guess we could try to wear some armor here. Something that would be a bit more beneficial to us. Let's see. What can we get? While wearing this +4 studded armor, you get total concealment from all ranged attacks. And whenever you receive a critical hit from a ranged attack, you gain DR 10 for 1d3 rounds. However, receiving a critical hit in melee combat makes you prone. God, that's horrible. Robe of Termination. Yeah, we don't need that. It's nice, though, for a caster, but not for us. Mystic Grace is actually pretty good armor for anyone, really. It makes it so you don't have an arcane spell failure chance, so wearing it actually doesn't impede you in the slightest. Which is cool. Especially for a caster. Well, we're going to equip the Robe of False Death. That's a given, because it's just good for us. I'm not sure whether we'll get in polymorph form, but I'll wear the Studded Armor of Trinity just to get that buff. It never hurts. Wait. If we take off the Gloves of the Ambassador... this armor provides a +3 enchantment bonus to armor class. The armor check penalty... Okay, yeah. +3 studded leather grants the wearer DR 3. Okay, what's the conflicting values on demon graphs then? Hold on. I do need to test something, though. Let's phase shape here real quick. Then we go into character here. Do we get the DR by wearing it? No, we do not. So let's polymorph back. And then, if we go into our character, go to Marshall, we get the DR then. Okay, so it's if we wear it, is the thing. Let's wear the gloves of Phtamabi, or whatever it's called. Hmm. Yeah, I don't really need anything here, do I? Yeah, nothing really sticks. No need to wear armor, really. And then, of course, we've got some special weapons, but other than that, we don't need it, so it's fine. But we did manage to get the notes of the Spinner of Nightmare, so I'd say that's a win all the same. Alright, but yes, all we do is we leave now. We're gonna save. And because of our actions, the 10,000 Delights have gotten a new owner as a result. It's a interesting change, but not something I can complain with. You are greeted by the succubus, whose appearance is striking, to say the least. Her flawless skin, graceful features, and aristocratic face would have made her a true beauty if not for the terrible flesh scars. A jagged scar runs across her cheek, cutting through her scarlet sensual lips, and under her high cheekbone, her left eye is a gray cataract surrounded by wounds from some caustic substance. The succubus's wings are tattered rags. Nevertheless, she behaves imperiously and with dignity, and those around her treat her with respect. The succubus sounds playful and relaxed. Welcome to the 10,000 Delights. My name is Herax, and I'm the new madam here. Thanks to you. You rid of us of that insolent upstart Shibaro, sending her after her haughty lover Minago. So you can consider me in your debt. Know that you will always be welcome here, and my gift will be proof of that. With a graceful movement, the demoness hands you a gold coin. With this, every arc will recognize you as my favorite guest and teleport you here. If you wish to spend the night, have some fun, or restock your supplies, come to me. Don't waste your time on my little crooks. I'd like to hire several succubi to entertain Champion Arena Gelderfang. I'd recommend my best girls, the Sinners. They're expensive. 40,000 gold, but the arena deserves nothing but the best, no? The Sinners are currently with a client in the upper city. Strike a deal, I'll tell you where to find them. Shame, I don't have the money. Come now, I know the truth. You changed your mind and decided to keep these treasures for yourself rather than give them to Gelderthang. Do you have anything for sale? Alright, so here we're going to be getting some, well, assuming we do, there is some items that we could potentially get. But mainly we're doing this so we can sell some stuff. It's a new merchant that we can easily go to, and honestly, I rely more on her than anything else in the Abyss, just because it's more comfortable. But considering they haven't wronged us in any way, I'd say it's perfectly fine to rely on them to help us out. But yeah, we're going to sell the majority of things that we don't need. And we should be good. Okay, breastplates. Heavy shield is a +3. We can sell that, I guess. Most of the stuff, honestly, I could probably sell, but it's fine. We're just going to sell those, and let's see what we get. Chalk Elven Curved Blade deals an additional 2d6 slashing against blinded creatures. Whenever the wielder of this blade lands a hit, or rather, whenever the wielder of this blade lands the first hit in a round, the enemy must pass a will save or become blinded for a round. This can get really nasty really quick, if given the proper prep. If it wasn't obvious. There's also the soft cut. This +5 dagger deals 1 slashing damage instead of a d4 piercing damage. However, when dual wielded along with Deep Rig Dagger, Soft Curves activates its additional power. And Deep Rip is a great dagger to boot. Each time the wielder of this +5 dagger lands a hit with it after hitting the same target with the soft cut dagger, the enemy suffers an additional 2d6 plus strength modifier slashing damage. If this weapon deals damage against prone or paralyzed creature first time in a round, it doubles that damage. Or it doubles the weapon's damage, rather. If you're looking to play a rogue build, this would probably be worth considering. Especially if you have the ability to paralyze somebody. There's also the Whistling Killer, which is a Thundering Dart, which deals sonic damage instead of piercing damage. On a critical hit, it deals a d6 per 2 cast levels of the wielder. Or character levels, rather, of the wielder. And all enemies in a 15-foot area. Now, this would normally be meh. However, if you think about it, we scale up to 40 levels, so this can get really stupid really quick. And then, of course, there is the Deathbed Servant. This +4 flail is under a constant effect of the Cloak of Dreams spell, as if it were cast by a 15th level wizard. For reference, the Cloak of Dreams causes all living creatures within 5 feet of me to make a successful will save each round or fall asleep for a minute. Sleeping creatures are helpless but wake up after being wounded. So this can be a great tool to coup de grace if you're looking to play a defensive build. So if you're looking to put foes to sleep who are not immune to sleep, Deathbed Servant is probably your best interesting item, I should say. But there's also way better stuff here. There is the Headband of Reshaping, which gives you a boost to cast level with transmutation spells. Although there is a few good things in this shop that we want. There is the Lizard Tail. This is something that is really nice to have, I think. If the wearer of this belt is an Anno companion, or is currently under a polymorph effect, it grants a +3 morale bonus to AC, and reflex saving throws. The wearer also gains a +8 circumstance bonus to AC for the first round of every combat. If it weren't for the fact that we just recently bought the Belt of Physical Form, this would definitely be worth considering for an item. Because we polymorph a lot. Or at the very least, we transform into our wild shape form, which is technically counted as a polymorph effect, I suppose. So it would give us a morale bonus to AC and saving throws, so it would give us the AC from dexterity. It would also give us a reflex save equivalent to a dexterity bonus. We just wouldn't get the attack bonus, basically. The +8 to AC for the first round of every combat is always nice, but it's not enough, sadly. If it were better, I'd consider it. Amulet of Inner Sight. This amulet grants the wearer immunity against blindness and gaze attacks. This can be very useful in certain circumstances. Would it be better than Amulet of Agile Fists? Probably not. Then, of course, we got the Rascal's Goggles, which give a +10 to Perception and Trickery, which is a fantastic tool. Repelling Bracers. This is basically just taking AC and, yeah, it's just giving you a +4 to, AC against touch attacks, which is good against, certain foes, but it really depends. You're more than likely not going to be worrying too much about touch attacks unless it's a caster, so I wouldn't worry too much about this item. Then, of course, we got the Scarlet Allure, which gives a +5 to Persuasion. Let's see. +5 to persuasion. Whenever the enemy confirms a critical hit, lands a sneak attack or attack of opportunity against a wielder, must make a will save or become devastated by hitting such a beauty. In this devastated mood, they suffer a -2 to attack and damage rolls, as well as AC. It's okay, but not good enough. Deathly Arousal is tempting, but not required. And we've got the Perception and Trickery stuff. So, Perception and Trickery. The Con Man's... It's basically a better version of the Con Man's Ring, put simply. So, this would probably be to your best interest if you want a +10 to all your skill checks. And it's going to be better than the Goggles of Machio if you don't use a bow. So, honestly, what I'll do is I will get the Rascal's Goggles here and sell the Goggles of Malotio and this Conman Ring, because both are not necessary for the trade here. The Amulet of Inner Sight... no, we don't need it. Is there anything else that I need? Not really. Yeah, the only thing I really want is the Rascal's Goggles, because that can be really handy in certain instances. And everything else is meh, so no need to pursue it if I don't need it. Yeah, everything else here is meh. I could sell some stuff, though, to be fair, and just get a whole slew of inventory, but I digress. Now, before I do go, there is one thing I want to do, and I'm actually going to turn off the camera or I'm going to turn off the thing, because I don't want to accidentally broke TOS by doing this, so I'm just going to... I'm going to close off the screen here for a moment. I'm going to do some things in the background, but to summarize, I'm essentially just going to go through and well, I'm just going to get a special... you know how we got the perk over by the Battle Bliss? There is another perk if you if you interact with all the patrons in this inn, to a degree, or at least a certain extent of them. It costs some gold, but basically you will get a good boost, and I will go over that in a moment. But for now, I'm gonna minimize the screen here and give me a hot moment to deal with this. Okay, so that's one aspect of it done. I'm just checking to see if I already have the perk or not. If I do, then I will, it doesn't look like I've got the perk just... So give me a hot moment. I need to do a few more. Okay, that's 2. And 1 more. Shouldn't be too long here. I think you need to do it 3 times, specifically, before it's done. Let's see. That is... Okay, there we go. I think it's permanent now, but let me just confirm real quick before I jump the gun here. Yeah, I'm not finding it. Hold on. Yeah, 1 second. Okay, so I just need to do it once more. Okay. Alright, I think I've gotten that done now. Hold on, let me just check to make sure. And this should be a permanent effect now, I do believe. Okay, I'm suffering from Corruption 1, but let me just check to be sure I've got the perk here or not. I just don't know where it is, really. Let me load here, actually. This might be for the best. 1 second. God, this is annoying. I need to do this, otherwise it's just not going to be perfect. Oh well. I apologize if I'm keeping the screen on blank for a bit longer than I expected, but I need to make sure this is correct, otherwise it's just not going to work out. Because you need to do this 3 specific times. Okay, that's 1. Okay. Alright. Now it says 1 day. Okay. I'll have to save on the second one, but other than that, we should be good. Okay, that's 2. Now, supposedly this is permanent, or so it's listed. I'm gonna save temporarily here, under pain, I guess, and we will see what the last one is. I'll probably have to just do different services here real quick, and then I should be good. Alright. Okay, that should be a permanent effect now, I do believe. Supposedly, anyways. Let's see. It's listed as permanent, so I'm going to assume it is permanent. So we're going to save under stream 45, and then I'm going to reveal to you the location. There we go. We're back. So basically, if you sleep with 3 of the individuals and use the services, which does cost around 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, so that's around 13,000 gold. If you include the fact that you get a deal with Morvet, you actually get the perk 10,000 or Tender Night. Now it does say 24 hours, and you gain a +4 on concentration checks, saving throw DC, versus sleep descriptor as well. But it's a nice little bonus if you're looking to try and play a sleep build, so it's definitely worth considering. I'm just grabbing the bonus because I'm used to grabbing all the bonuses in this world. Now, because of that, of course, we do have corruption, which does make us suffer a little bit in statistics, but there is ways to purify that, so I wouldn't worry too much, to say the least. But with that, we have essentially cleared up our system. And yeah, we can now move to the upper city, which is the last, well, next to last thing I wanted to do, but yeah. Doing this was necessary. Now, before we do go any further, there is probably a lot of conversations that are going on here. Yeah, so... kind of been a few days, I apologize. Well, a few days because of that, but that's fine. We got a bunch of conversations that we gotta do, but we will wait on that. But everybody is gonna be waiting for us, so it's fine. As long as we do it before we wrap up this camp, or this Chapter 4, we should be fine. So we got some time. But, yeah. I guess we can... The next task ahead of us is to explore the Abyss's upper city, really, and see what we find. We do get Bismuth around, so that's going to be nice. Although we should probably buff up now because we've lost most of our buffs, so let's prepare with that in mind. Alright, we go to the very bottom here. And let's see, what do we want? We are going to use Mage Armor. We're going to use Delay Poison. Protection from arrows is an hour level, so we can use that. Don't need well, I guess we could use the invisibility. It's 10 minutes level, much like everything else here. There we go. As long as it's 10 minutes level or higher, we should be fine. At least on the higher levels, anyways. Okay, protection from energy, it is all a boost, so we might as well. There we go. Just in case we need it. What else? False life greater is always going to be useful, as is stone skin. Freedom of movement as well. Echolocation's always a good ability to have. And the rest we can leave alone as far as I'm concerned, but we can certainly use a Wand of Heroism to give us a bit of an edge in combat. Other than that, we shouldn't need too much beyond what we've got here. Actually, before we do polymorph, we should probably use the Mutagen of Dexterity here. There we go. That'll give us a nice juicy boost to AC. And yeah, it'll bring us up to a nice juicy 47 AC, which is pretty nice and profound. Of course, this number is only going to skyrocket higher because I've got plans for that, but we'll worry about those things later. For now, let's explore around a little. Alright, there does appear to be somebody talking in there, so I guess we'll go, check what's going on there, because I'm curious. From behind a pile of expensive rugs and neatly wrapped boxes with clinking and fragile things from inside, you hear a very, very loud whisper. An oddly familiar stage whisper.
Grelton, my horn is falling off.
Calm down, let me fix it. Alright, whose foot did I step on? Whose chest spikes keep catching on my fake tail?
Grandma, don't push me. Let me just glue that horn on myself.
Grandma Grelton, what are you guys doing here?
Oh, my dearies, this can't be real, but I think I just heard the commander's voice. That's crazy, but for the sake of argument, let's just say it is in my imagination. Let's say we truly, through some miracle, met the commander in the middle of the abyss. Well, in that highly unlikely scenario, I would answer him that we, being true artists, sought inspiration material in the most suitable place. We already spent a great deal of time among the Crusaders. Now let's turn our efforts to the other half of the characters in our play, the demons. That's why, our imaginary friend Commander, we are sitting in the middle of the abyss, covered in thick layers of makeup wearing fake horns and tails, to blend in with the locals, you see. This is a true challenge for an actor, to play a demon so well that even real demons don't suspect a thing. After all, it worked perfectly well when I pretended to be the Hell Knight's Prolicitor and showed up at the camp for an unscheduled inspection. Oh, how they ran and dashed about. In the end, I ordered them to dig a trench in the shape of a fig. What are you stepping on my foot again for? For the love of all that's holy, please get rid of the makeup when you get back to Dresden. I don't want the patrols to mistake you for attacking demons. Certainly, of course. Imaginary Commander. I'm honestly not sure if this paint will wash away or the horns will come off. I used a very strong glue. Speaking of Dresden, Grandma, I have this feeling we forgot something. Our dinner basket? Grandma's knitting? Lambkin. Lambkin is in the room with our dinner basket. My knitting is sitting on top of it. This is terrible, my dearies. We have to go back. Good thing they ran then, huh? Probably for the best, if I'm being quite honest. Well, at least some of the abyss looks nice. It's good to see just looking around here and just exploring. Well, there's always more to meet the eye, so let's just enjoy it while we can here.
Oh, hello. Vampires, huh? Alright, before we go any further, I'd actually like to cast a few spells, because I do have something I can use here. So, as stated before, I have 3rd level spells that can actually boost our stats. I'm going to boost my dexterity and wisdom as planned. Here we go. Believe in ourselves dexterity, believe in ourselves wisdom. We no longer have 3rd level spells, but to be fair, our wisdom has now increased by 2. And it will counter the penalty of corruption at least. And our dexterity has increased even further, so we've got an additional +2 there, which counters the phase shape. Negative, anyways. Alright, we're gonna go down. We're gonna save here, because I have a weird feeling that we're gonna need to prepare for the worst here. And let's go. Let's see what we run into. Be on your way. Conversation's not meant for your ears. Too bad. It's their pain. Just take his skin. Alright, Bismuth, just walk away. Ow. That's a load. Negative levels, not a fun thing to deal with. But hey, that's why we've got scrolls to deal with such things. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to polymorph here. We're going to take out the buff. Here we go. Scroll of Death Ward. That will help us a significant amount. In fact, actually, before I go any further, I'm actually going to activate Shield buff and then the Blur Displacement alongside a few other things. So, Shield, Blur, Mirror Image, and Displacement, followed by Haste. A good staple for what we're doing. There we go. And because these guys are flat-footed, we should be able to just really ruin their day. I won't be able to sneak attack this guy, though, but, it's fine. We can just, combo the Watchful Conspirator down. We're gonna aim for reducing his AC, so that way it's easier to just combo the ever-living hell out of him. 5 foot back. Bismuth, we want to just back off. Most of them are immune to fear, though, which sucks, but honestly, could be way worse. Let's see, what is our 2 hit? We've got 39. If we turn off the Piranha Strike, it'll be a bit more accurate. So then we combo the Watchful Conspirator, and we 5 foot this direction here. There we go. Force them to start moving our direction. I got a choice. We either deal with the Fencer or the other vampires. Honestly, Bismuth is going to go down no matter what happens, so let's prepare for the worst. Okay, we're going to focus on the Fencer. 5 foot. Put them in a position where they're going to have a rough time trying to hit us. Yeah, no, the Fencers are not that concerning. Or rather, the Citizens are not that worrying. I'm more worried about the Archers, if anything. Okay, we're going to 5 foot here, and then we're going to move past these Citizens here, so that way we can deal with the Archers. Most likely. Is what I would say if I could actually hit them. from my current position. I'll let Bismuth take his lump. I'm gonna focus on the core flares. Alright, we 5 foot back. And once they go down, we should be able to deal with the rest with ease. So, there goes Bismuth. I'm not too surprised. He was an easy target, period. Okay, 5 foot back. The surgical cuts are coming in, ruining his day. Alright, the fencer's gonna try and rush in to try and chase us out. Take us out, really. Alright, there we go. That's another one down. Yeah, this guy keeps failing his save. Well, no. It's just because, wait, hold on. What are their saves? 18? We've currently got a level of 21 versus these gloves. So, Fortitude save, DC 10 plus Wisdom, which is 5, so that's 15 plus 21. That is a 36 DC, Jesus. With enough Wisdom and enough, levels, we can make the, we can force them to make DC 50 saves, which can get really stupid, I feel. Oh, nice try. We are going to ignore the others because we've now got a new target in the form of Fencer, which is way more of an appealing target. So yeah. Force the sharpshooters to try and hit us with one arrow every time, as we just wail on these guys. Fencer goes down first. There we go. At least our fast healing will cover us for the most part, so it's not a big deal. Alright, we've got our new target. He's going to be our next one. We are going to have to move back up here because I feel like there is another foe group that we've got to deal with, so we got to be careful here. But, yeah. Once we deal with, what's-his-face here... Yeah, so if we go too far over to this edge, I feel like we're going to run into another fight, so... Let's prepare for the worst. Nice. There we go. Well, hey, at the very least our fasting will cover us for the most part. Are we even get healed? Yes, we are. Okay, good. I was a little worried there. But yeah, if we're not careful, we'll get harassed, I feel, so... Oh well. Yeah, no, it's these guys that are gonna be causing us a ruckus, so... I think it's high time we just rush the archers here now. Okay, we're moving up here. We will provoke, but that's fine. We want to get them into a position of vulnerability, essentially. Ow. Yeah, no, these archers are going to be a pain if I don't deal with them. Yeah, the AC is not looking too hot now. Those 16s are really putting in work now. Okay. At 15. Good God. Okay, Okay, there we go. Ow. Well, now you've done it. I'm now in a position of rage, so... Now I won't be able to move, but I will slowly heal regardless, so it's not like it's a big deal. As long as I take these guys out, it's no big deal. Like, I'm gonna heal past anything they throw at me, so... There we go. But yeah, I just go berserk sometimes in that regard, so that's nice. But, yeah, we will slowly and passively heal because of that whole situation. But thankfully, we managed to outlive most of what they threw at us, so it don't matter. But, yeah, no, these guys are going to be an issue now. And we want to heal before we go engage them. So I'm just going to quickly go through here. There we go. Just pump ourselves here full of healing. We're going to buff ourselves up with some predetermined buffs. Namely, shield. Don't need another blur, but we can use a mirror image here, and displacement followed by haste. Let's polymorph back into phase shape here. Save. And let's engage with the local populace once again. Yeah, we get harassed by a bunch of individuals here. Lovely. An arrogant aristocrat decides to get hostile with us, put simply. Now, 39. We should be able to reduce our attack to get more damage here, so let's just do this. There we go. That's one individual dealt with. The butcher tries to do things, but to no avail. Oh, great. Greater Dispel Magic. Lovely. Just what we need. Oh! Dude's... Oh, no. That's horrible. Oh, no. That's a GG. Yeah, no, I don't think I can... fight that. That's, Oh, no. So, yeah, no, So, the biggest issue is that there is a... How do I put it? You know how I said that there are certain individuals that just overwhelm us? There is one in particular here that is a kineticist. And if you guys are any familiar with kineticists, they are scary and near impossible to kill. Especially in hard difficulty, because they go off your touch AC. Which, as you can imagine, is probably not the best thing, right? It is a journey to try and beat those guys. And considering that we only have so much defense, well... If he can nuke us for 200 damage, I don't see how we're gonna win. Like, the fact that we've got so much resistance already is... damning. For our future. But alas. I guess we could try again. I mean, maybe he got lucky with the to hits. Let me check just to be sure, though. Let's see. It was the... Arrogant Aristocrat. He made me roll a reflex save to take damage. Okay. And it was fire damage, specifically. Huh. I mean, if I'm immune to fire, then that would be probably better, right? So if I swap to the cloak that makes me immune to fire, that's probably going to be better for us. Alright. We've got our means of change. But yeah, if we make ourselves immune to fire instead of acid, then we're going to be fine, it seems. I do believe, yep, it just changes the acid, or fire, or the acid immunity to fire immunity. Which is arguably going to be better, so there you go. Alright, let's see how we fare. This guy is currently considered flat-footed, and he is a magus. This guy's a level 20 kineticist with a level 6 outsider. This Incubus Butcher is a Vivisectionist Butcher. There is no other kineticists. And this Magus is a Armored Battle Mage, but honestly, not the worst foe we faced. I'm gonna go for the Arrogant Aristocrat, though. It is way better of a target here. There we go. That will help at least keep us alive to a degree. I feel, anyways. But yeah, by being immune to fire, we're going to be fine against the Arrogant Aristocrat. I'm just doing this because, well, fire is nasty. Whew. Ow. Be able to hold me back. You're gonna try that fire shenanigans, but to no avail. Yeah, I'm losing a lot of... I'm losing a lot of defenses because of that shenanigans there. God, I hate that dispel. It's irritating. Huh. Okay, Let's think. So the biggest issue is that we're dealing with a lot of the spell units, right? I'm not too worried about the fire anymore because if I'm immune to it, it's not a big deal. But it's clear the guards are constantly dispelling us, which is not cool. If I don't resolve the guards issue, then I'm buggered, right? So let's just make ourselves immune to fire instead, as planned. We want to make sure the guards are gotten rid of, right? Okay, there we go. Alright, so I do believe it's the Cambion Defilers that have Dispel? Or is it somebody else? Yes, it is the Cambion Defilers that have the Dispel, don't they? How about the Succubus Guards? Not really. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I'm not too worried about the fire part, so I'm more worried about, these guys causing a ruckus here, so... Yeah, it's the Defilers causing the spell magic, which is nasty. Okay. Get the fire as planned. Good. We are being held once again. God damn it. God, okay. Taking some serious hits here, but hopefully we'll be living. Nope, but we will be suffering from Last Stand, though. So I guess we'll see how things pan out there. God damn that Dispel. I'm probably gonna die here, but it's still worth a shot to see how we fare. Because I'm kind of curious. They won't be able to kill us, I know that for a fact. Like, we're just built different with the specific things that we got. And even if they do paralyze us, I think we're gonna be fine. Oh, yeah, paralysis though. Yeah, no, they just completely destroy us with the abilities that they got going. And GG. Okay, I'm gonna have to back off from this, because I don't think I'm capable of fighting that just yet. I do believe I had a bit of an issue with that fight before, and it's not the first, if not last, time I'm gonna be engaging in that fight. So... we'll need to figure out a solution to that problem, because obviously we're not gonna be able to get it with our current abilities right now. Which I kinda had a weird feeling was gonna happen, but, yeah, that's to be expected. I mean, the only other thing I can think of is probably go Dragon Form. So that way I get a little bit more AC, but even then, we're going to be dispelled, right? So we'd have to worry about that constantly. And even that would be a good resolution to our problem. Summoning monsters might help, but even then, that's like meh. I don't know. That fight is just a bit of a whirlwind no matter what we do, so... unless we can find a way to... I mean, I guess we could try to obscure their vision or try to weaken them in some way, but... I just don't realistically see a good option here. Unless we can deal with each of the... unless we could deal with each of them with ease. Which is not exactly something that can be done so quickly. Regardless, we will save that fight for another time. There's another time, another place. It's all good. We'll get our, they'll get their comeuppance soon. Regardless, let's continue. Gonna explore all the way across here. And I think we're basically good here. Let's see. There's a portal down that we can go for. I guess there's no reason for us to not go down. But let me see if there's anything else around here before I go. There's a portal here that we can check out. I guess I'll save before I go in, because I'm kind of curious. What is going on here? As we just casually steal a bunch of stuff in here. Life Deliverer. What does that do? +4 Undead Bane crossbow allows you to cast healing spells as though they had their reach spell feat. Which is always nice. So basically, if you're a healer and you have that equipped, you can heal undead from a distance. Which is... Well, actually, no, hold on. Oh, it treats all spells as a reach spell. So any healing that you do basically extends outward. Which is pretty cool, I'd say. Pretty nice addition if you do ask me. Okay, so far so good. Nothing really too crazy going on. We should save here before we make the knowledge check, just so we're keeping up with appearances. Just need to get a drink, my bad.
This task is beyond me.
We failed. It's a DC 33, so we do need to equip something before we go any further. We will need to equip those rags, which gives us a +10 to our knowledge check. That will be our boon. Okay, if we go here... Well, I guess we go to here. Here we go. Blackened rags.
I do not believe this is possible.
Once again, load. So that way we get the blackened rags on and then just attempt it again. And we should be good, eventually. Gotta give it time. Oh well.
The deed is done.
The purple fog, just like a moon in the night sky, is product of the will of Lady in Shadow. She could give her realm any appearance, and she should have and she has chosen this one in particular. And we return right back to the vest that gives us immunity to crits, which is fantastic. Save here. And we're probably going to get into a fight here real quick, I imagine, because that just seems to be our, Yeah.
So you're the mortal who's talk of the town. Eager to join the Illusioneer nobility, are you? I will not tolerate material plane filth, disgracing us with its presence.
That sounds like a you problem. Alright, let's activate this. They're trying to do their shenanigans. Oh, Finger of Death. Okay. Nice try. They're doing a horrible job trying to hit me. Still trying to finger of death me, but to no avail. Okay. 5 foot here. Failed to even hold me in person. That is still they're still attempting for that coup de grace, huh? Alright, if I 5 foot step here, I can intimidate all of them. Some of them are immune to shaken. In fact, most of them are, but that's to be expected. Kind of normal in this area, huh? Alright. Ow. Okay, we are now, oh, overwhelming. Great. Magic, huh? That's annoying. This is why we saved. God. Yeah, no, things are not going well, huh? You know what, I'm gonna be right back real quick. Give me a 5-minute break, and I will return, and I will try and, fight these guys with a fresh mindset. Plus, I've also got to do some things in the background, so, yeah. See you guys in 5 minutes. Take care. Okay, sorry for the delay, I'm now back. Let's get back into things, let's see. So yeah, Merciless Tyrant, huh? A little worried about him, but not by much. We just need to do some more prep work, if you will. Alright, let's see. As it stands, I've got my illusionary stuff on. That's expected. Okay. I mean, the simplest way would be dragon form, right? But first, I should probably buff up with my usual stuff here, huh? Yeah, so we currently got Mirror Image for a minute. We should definitely get Shield. Blur. We've already got Displacement, so we don't need that. But we got this and this. There we go. That should help. We are going to activate Piranha Strike to give us an extra bit of damage against this dude. The Defiler can go next, I guess, because he's not immune to fear, I think. Then again, the Vrolkai isn't immune to fear either, so... really just depends on who we want to target first, huh? I guess I'll go for the Merciless Tyrant, why not? Yeah, there we go. Just really wail on the guy. Either way, we're gonna be fine, so it's no big deal. Waves of exhaustion, huh? .5 here. I'm gonna focus on the minions now, because they're gonna have a bunch of castings, I'm sure. Yeah, the Finger of Death is the most annoying, I think. Let's start with the O'Reed, I guess. Yeah, we'll start with the O'Reed and go from there. There we go. Ow. Well, thanks to you, I now have to deal with the fact that I'm currently low health, and I have to pray that I'm gonna live. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have to just passively take the hits then. Great. Well, as long as I dodge enough, I should be fine. It's no big deal. Yeah. I just I just need to out-heal everything, basically. Which is not as easy as you might think. Yep, Last Stand is kicking in, as expected. God, okay. I'm certainly gonna die here at this rate. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna live. Yeah, as expected. Unless we get those 5 footsteps in, it's just a pain train, period. Yeah, his casters come first, because obviously they're just ruining my day. No matter what, really. Man, fights are not going my way, huh? There is a simpler solution to the problem, though, to a certain extent. Okay, so all we do is... I mean, invisibility is going to be nice no matter what, but, again, issues. So, shield... No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to use it. So, it's Alt. We'll equip these. And I guess, given the circumstances, we should probably use the Vampiric Shadow Shield, because that will at least heal us for any attacks that we take. So it's something of a buffer, I suppose. Anything else that we can use here? Not really. Not effectively, anyways. Oh well, that's just how it's gonna be.
Godspeed. Defeat is not an option.
I did not polymorph. Alright, so the Tyrant's minion comes first, because he's the most dangerous from the looks of it. Ow. Not a fan of that casting. Really not. Okay. Well, I mean, the easiest counter would be True Sight, I believe, right? So if I can get True Sight and use that against him, that would be the best way I can overcome this issue, I do believe. If I overcome the issue, it becomes less of a problem, right? The only issue is that we lack the ability to use True Sight, which is a bummer, really. Man, we're just not getting lucky with combats. You know what? Maybe this is a sign that we just need to back off from the upper layers of Elutionera and take the time to actually go back to the Nexus. Besides, we have so many conversations in the Nexus that I think it's wise that we just take a back step and then just deal with them. Who knows, maybe we'll get enough experience to actually combat some of these threats, because they're getting a bit stupid right now, and I'm not comfortable fighting them just yet. I don't know. We'll figure something out, I'm sure. But, for now, let's deal with the issue at hand. That comes first. My friend, it's been so long since we last spent time together. Wouldn't you agree? We haven't even gone for a stroll. I've missed your company. Camilla's eyes have an unnatural sheen to them, and her shallow breaths emerge from her throat in a vigorous stachio. Are you alright? Yes. No. Camilla wets her lips and harshly exhales. I'm quite well, but there is a way to improve my well-being 100-fold. Alright, hint taken. Where do you want to go together? I'm pleased you understand me. No one understands me better than you. Camilla bares her teeth in a predatory smile. I would like to suggest a little adventure. Take me to a brothel. You serious? Have I ever given you cause to doubt my seriousness? My request is not as simple as it may first appear. Miera is demanding blood. Her whispers are growing ever more insistent, becoming overwhelming. muddling my thoughts, stopping me from thinking about anything else. We need to help her, Stein. And I know how. In the 10,000 Delights, there's a special service. It's only offered to those who already know of its existence. Below the brothel, there's a place where there are no limits. You understand? What's more, this service entails making a individual of the person of your desires above all others. I would like to seize this opportunity. All we do here is fight and kill. Isn't that enough blood for Miera already? Camilla sighs and begins to explain like she's explaining this simple truth to a child. To feed Miera blood, I must perform a particular ritual. Select the victim, cut him open from neck to navel, and wait for the life to leave his body. Then I lower Mieva's amulet into the still warm flesh, and then I take a piece of that flesh inside myself. You already know how this works. You forbade me from killing your subjects in Dresden, but here in the Abyss it's an extremely different matter. We're not even in your lands any longer. What difference does the death of one unknown person make when the fate of all Galarian might depend on that death? Hold on. Shouldn't Miera be the one to select the victim? In the brothel, she'll just have to accept whomever we're given. And anyways, why does the spirit of Galarian need blood of someone in the Abyss? Milla's answer does not come immediately. You see, Stein, the Abyss has completely addled my little Miera's mind. Now she simply craves blood. Any blood. Whatever source. Even from someone not of Galarian. Brothel promises to turn individuals into whomever we wish. We shall do this and offer Miera a choice. I really don't like your tone, Camilla. Forgive me, my friend. Only it seemed that my request was quite easy to understand, but you... Forgive me. You seem very well informed about their secrets. You learn about them. Let's just say I made some inquiries. Fine. I'll go with you to the 10,000 Delights. Camilla's mouth broadened into a happy smile. Oh, my friend, I'm ever so pleased to hear that. I knew I could rely on you. Sure. The human half of Lan's face looks decidedly pale. Life's a funny thing, is it? You find yourself in a new city, and suddenly you bump into an old acquaintance. He chuckles, but his expression is closer to a wince than a true smile. Saba Melek is here, Lucianira. Saba who? Lan looks at you with disapproval. Very funny. I know we're surrounded by demons and they all got tricky names. Be expected to remember all of them. Saba Melek is the one who's been kidnapping mongrels for ages in the caves and turning them into insane beasts. We've met him. Scrawny looking guy with a long tail. How do you know he's in Lucianira? Lat offers a vague shrug without looking you in the eye. I feel it, you know? It's like a scent. You smell something unusual once in your life and remember it forever. That feeling I had in the cave when Saba Melek was turning the mongrels into beasts. It's back. Like some cloying, nasty stench that's clogging up my lungs. Like I fell into a lactrine and can't swim. Excuse the analogy. Assuming Saba Melek is here, where should we look for him? Now, that I don't know, but this thing... it seems to grow weaker and stronger as we move around. So if you put me on the scent, I'll lead you to him. Like a hound. Alright. We'll find Saba Melek's lair together then, Lon. The right thing to do would be to just raise this whole city to the ground. but one Demon Slayer will do to start with. Sounds good. Woljif isn't looking at you. His tail twitches nervously from side to side. Chief, Woljif scratches at the back of his head, painstakingly choosing each word. I went someplace, you see. An abandoned mansion. It's in the upper city. Not far from Narticulo's palace. You can't miss it. What do you mean you went to an abandoned mission? Well, I walked. Used my feet. You know, that's how people walk. Woljif shifts his feet back and forth like he's dancing on hot coals. I woke you up. We're not complete strangers, you know. I need this, Chief. I've been thinking a lot here about myself and you and the moon and the abyss, and yeah, I'm alright. I'm lying. I didn't think I tried. I didn't think. I tried to think, not to think. The shadow started talking to me, and even if I didn't want it to, told me where to go, said I needed to come to terms with who I am, but maybe I don't want to understand. Maybe I'm better off being kept in the dark. I already know who I am. A poor thief and a loser. Born at the wrong time in the wrong place to the wrong people. I want to be stronger, you know? I'm used to this moon of the abyss, and if you can give me even more, I'll take it. Otherwise, this Vortiel will keep bothering me till the end of my days. Everyone else will keep kicking me around. I know I'm kinda in your gang, your party, and that helps things, but I can't keep going like this forever, you know? Everything's gonna fall apart someday. The party will fall apart too. I need this power. Wait, your shadow spoke to you again. What did it say? Here in the abyss, the shadow becomes completely different. Prowls out when it wants. Makes sense when it talks. It says I got an inheritance. Some power that I can get rid of Vortiel once and for all. I'll get it if I go to Yifigly's old manor in the upper city. And there's riches in it too. I'd never turn down a chest of gold, you know. Can I speak to the shadow? Yeah, no problem. Woljif concentrates, trying to summon the shadow, but nothing happens. No, it's not working. Like my shadow doesn't want to come out. Everyone is a mule it's gotten, you know. It could be dangerous. Coming with you. Woljif's head shoots up. What? No, Chief, it's my business. I'll figure it out myself. I just told you because I don't know why I want to tell you. I just dragged you into a mess with Vortiel. Just think of it like an apology, you know? No more. If you want to come congratulate me once I got the power, you should come, but for myself. I don't want to get used to always running off someone as soon as I need help. Not normal. Friends don't abandon each other in difficult situations. I want to go with you. Friends? Come on. Woljif turns away in embarrassment, trying not to grin. You know, I don't believe in stuff like that. Come on. So desperate. You can stand and watch. You can act like you're my bodyguard if you want. I don't mind. Cool. That's another thing. Listen. The cleric speaks quietly, yet with unusual resolve. I learned of a slave trader at the local market, a demon in a black mask. I might be grasping at straws here, but what if he is the same demon that kidnapped Trevor? Talking to him is no longer possible, but we still can find out where he stole his slaves. Let's ask around the city. The demon in the black mask, what are you going on about? Do you remember those soldiers who fought for the Hell Knights? They told me that a demon in a black mask was the one who took Trevor. They thought the monster just killed him, but we know there's a slave trade here. The demon brought my brother down here to sell him. What are you going to do? I don't know. Right now, I only have this unreliable lead and lots of unreasonably high hopes. This demon really is the one I'm after. If someone around here still remembers who brought Trevor, Trevor is still alive, I have a chance to find out something about his fate. I can't give up. Not now. We need more information. Then we can decide on our next move. Are you sure you still want to find Trevor? You may not like what you discover. The Zee looks down. I've long accepted that whatever happened to Trevor couldn't have been good. I still want to know his fate. If he's in prison, I'll set him free. If he's dead, I'll at least be able to pray for his soul's peaceful rest. I'll see what I can do. Thank you. And to think that's only 4 of the many things that we've got to talk about in camp. Goodness. We got a lot, to say the least. We've got a... Still got a conversation with Arushale and Greyboar, I believe, and then we're basically good. So we're going to save here. And we're going to talk with both of them. Let them, let's figure out what's going on, essentially. It seems like we've lost our corruption, so that's good. Alright, Arushale.
Urishale's shoulders are stooped. Staring at the floor, she hands you a scented letter. Whispers.
Take a look. The one who sent me this letter. I hoped I would never hear from him again, but it was inevitable. He found out that I was in a city. Of course he did. Now, he does not help me. The thought of seeing him again terrifies me. But this is simply part of my journey, isn't it? I can't just run away from the sins of my past. I have to at least try to make amends. If I can't, then I must ask for forgiveness.
Who is this D?
Well...
Who is this D?
Demalcio. Remember the shadow from my nightmares? That's him. I used to consider him my crowning achievement, but now I'm ashamed to remember him at all. He was an Azata once, a true hero, a knight and a poet, a defender of the weak, the pride of Elysium. I corrupted him. I made him fall in love with me. I broke his heart, made him commit foul crimes, and I cannot even describe. When he became indistinguishable from a demon, I left him in the abyss. Now he wants to see me again. Frightened and ashamed.
Venomous butterfly. I've heard those words before in your dream.
That is what my nightmare calls me. My most horrific disgrace. There was a time when the name suited me perfectly. I poisoned so many souls, I ruined so many beautiful creatures. Mortal and not.
The succubus shakes her head forlornly.
Almost all of them are dead now, but this nightmare of mine is still alive. It means there are still many, and that means there may still be hope of saving him.
It's hard to believe an Azata could be corrupted.
I know better than anyone that Azatas are enamored with freedom. Their curiosity spurs them onward to new adventures. Slowly but steadily, I lured him further into further escapades, each one less innocent than before. He believed he could make me give up my evil ways, and I lied to him briefly, giving him false hope. Sometimes I look at myself now and remember those days. I want to die of shame.
Are you going to accept the invitation?
Want to. I have no idea how afraid I am. What will I say? How will I look him in the eye after everything I've done to him? I feel I must do this. I must see him. I must tell him that a fall like his is not a death sentence. That there's a way back. If he won't listen to me, I'll simply ask for his forgiveness.
And what do you want from me?
Please, let's go together. I must see him again, face to face. I must try to save him from the abyss. I doubt it's possible. I know how much I've corrupted him, but I must try. Nevertheless, I must, and yet I can't do it on my own. I...
Ursula gasps as if she's deprived for air. The succubus sobs and buries her face in her hands.
Alright, I guess we're going to check it out. Among other things, of course. But, yeah, let's go talk with our next companion, which I do believe is, yep, Greybore. And, of course, we're going to have to talk with, somebody else as well. Right, we've also got the weird individuals. I hope they're not going to cause a ruckus, but, we will have to see. The stars whisper, the truth is drawing near, the ashes triumph. Oh, quite a number of weird people. Not sure what's supposed to be over here, but I guess there's something special that's set up there for the future. I assume there's a good place for it, but I digress. It's fine. Alright, to the caves we go. Because we've got some other things that we gotta do. Yeah, I guess we're talking with Greybore next.
Greybore gives a sly smile as he lights his pipe. The excited glint in his eyes betrays his impatience to share some news with you. Finally, he can contain himself no longer. Interesting news has reached my ears. Stein. There's been a talk among the most disreputable citizens of Elusianera that someone is hiring the most vicious thugs and cutthroats to kill a certain Willardus. Familiar a name, isn't it? I strongly suspect that this is the same Willardus who set me up during the assassination of Therzat. I'd call that a fortuitous coincidence. How did you obtain this information? Greybore sounds offended.
I'm an assassin. If I didn't know how to obtain rumors, I'd be out of work. I visited a few taverns, including a place called Back Luck. A real cesspool. Information flows into it from all over the city. I was approached by someone who was looking for thugs for hire. The one who told me everything. I would have found out more if I had talked to him longer, but after he called me a bloody larva, he needed the dentist. And I needed a new mug of beer.
Who is this Willardus, anyways? Greybore takes a slow, thoughtful draw from his pipe and then answers in a businesslike manner.
Here's what I know about him, Prey. He's like a demon, and a wizard powerful enough to just enjoy high status in the city. Lately, he's surrounded himself with a small army of mercenaries. They're mere thugs who lack the skills of professional bodyguards. Ever since Willardus found out about the bounty on his head, he hasn't left his mansion. I suspect it's full of traps. I wouldn't underestimate the danger of facing Willardus. They were looking for real daredevils to bring him down. Which means this whole business is... Oh, 1 second. One second. Okay, I apologize. I need to do something real quick, but I'm just going to finish this dialogue, and when I return, after I'm finished with the dialogue, I will continue with the dialogue. Obviously. They were looking for real daredevils to bring him down, which means this whole business is almost certainly risky. Maybe even suicidal. But yeah, I will see you guys in 5 minutes. I just gotta prepare food for the dogs, and I will be right back. See you guys in a bit. Okay, I'm back. Apologies for all the delays. Can't really control that, though.
Who wants Wilderness dead, then? Dwarf shrugs. An anomalous entity who apparently has more brains than Wilderness, and is smart enough to keep his name in secret from his employees. I bet it is one of the Descaris. Darazand was one of the Descaris' lackeys, after all. And even though infernal strife never ends within the Snake Pit, they always seem to team up against external threats.
Okay, and what do you suggest?
I'll be damned if I let a bunch of incompetent thugs get to him before me. No. First I must have a little chat with Wilderness, and then they can do whatever they want with him. How about we leave those hapless goons in the dust, and visit Wilderness's mansion first? Sounds like an exciting challenge, doesn't it?
Do you want to kill Wilderness?
Not necessarily. Perhaps I'd rather have the full weight of compensation in gold. And yet, the longer my vengeance is delayed, the stronger my desire grows to collect the debt. In another way.
Alright, how do we find Wilderness then?
His mansion is in the upper city. It is called the House of Wicked Knowledge. Not sure how wicked his knowledge is exactly, but he is truly wicked when it comes to business agreements.
Very well, let's pay Wilderness a visit then.
Excellent. I think that conversation will involve some good old-fashioned violence.
Good to hear. But of course, we've still got slightly more things to deal with, so we're gonna need to have a word with Early Sunset here. Alright, let's go talk with Early Sunset about the situation with our poor dragon. We kind of need to save him after all.
Stein, finally. I've had some time to think everything over, and I know exactly what we need to do to find what's been lost. Though the situation is difficult beyond belief. When you lose something in Lucianira, you rarely find it again.
What can we do to save Aivu?
First, we need to find her. Under no circumstances should you conduct inquiries within the city or otherwise draw attention to yourself. The kidnappers know you by sight. No, I will have to conduct this search myself. Of course, I cannot appear in my true form in Lucianira. It would create excessive agitation among the demons. But I am skilled enough at transformation magic to disguise myself as an inhabitant of the Abyss.
Alright, how are you going to search?
In the most simple and elegant manner. I will go to the flesh markets, disguised as a powerful demon, and declare that I want to buy a dragon. Many threads of influence and information converge at the flesh markets. Even if the denizens of that place know nothing about Aivu's disappearance, they will stop at nothing to find out where she is, steal her away from her kidnappers, and deliver her to a waiting buyer. You may not even have to lift a finger.
And what should I do?
Stay close at hand in case things go sour. The demons may recognize me, or try to trick me, or even attack me. So be there, and be on full alert. I see. Tell me when you are ready to go to the city, then I will begin my mission.
Urshule, who has been listening to the conversation to some excitement, suddenly looks up. Without shifting her gaze from early sunset,
She quietly sings the tune of Starward Gaze. A very sweet song, child. Thank you, Master Early Sunset.
Urshule smiles at him.
My heart hurts because of Aivu, and I just wanted to express my concern in some way. Songs are good for this.
Urshule waits another moment, glances at you, then falls silent. What news do you bring from Galarian?
Unfortunately, the news is not good. In your absence, relations between the official and free crusaders have worsened. Most of your allies have been banned from Dresden. They've been forced to rely on their own strength alone to fight demons. when Galfrey has moved the headquarters for the entire crusade to Dresden, along with part of her court. She has imposed order in the city, or order as she sees it. Many among the Crusaders were saddened by your departure, but others were gladdened by it. For more conservative practices and leaders they can understand. Demons, I expect their attacks to intensify, but this has not yet happened. The attack on the Midnight Fane and the interruption of the supply crystals dampened their fervor. Demonic activity remains strong near the Threshold Fortress and the maiming of Is Rift, but it is always strong there. Not notice anything changed with your departure. All the news I have. Do you know anything useful about Lucianir and its... Yeah, do you know anything useful about Lucianir and its inhabitants? Know that every being capable of speech is capable of deception, and those who cannot speak deceive with silence. If you want more practical advice, do not simply follow the path laid out for you. You must forge your own. In most places where guards bar your way, there will be a secret path or a hidden teleportation route. The most natural method for a demon. It's rare for demons to rely on locks, as they prefer to kill intruders, but you should be ready for that. And do you recognize the name Hepsimira? Spawn of Baphomet. Sunset's lips curl with undistinguished contempt. She shares one trait with her disgusting father, the master of subverting expectations. Many consider Hepsimira powerful, but also think her outspoken and narrow-minded. And she is happy to maintain that reputation. In fact, she is cunning and resourceful, and does not always act on impulse. Take care if you plan to move against her. And what did you mean when you said Baphomet is a master of subverting expectations? Enemies should be treated with an open mind. Therefore, I cannot fail to acknowledge Baphomet's integrity. Or ingenuity, rather. You know how his ascent began? He was the favorite plaything of Lamashtu, but he conceived a bold plan to steal the scepter of the Prince of Darkness. He failed. Baphomet was captured, subjected to brutal punishment, and imprisoned in the Ivory Labyrinth. A prison designed to be impossible to escape by powerful creators, Asmodeus. But a thief is a thief. Baphomet found an ingenious way to escape. He stole his prison from hell and took it to the abyss. The Ivory Labyrinth went from being his prison to his possession, his abyssal realm. From it, he rules hordes of minotaurs and secret societies of cultists. This is what I meant when I said Baphomet knows how to subvert expectations. And what are you planning to do, Mavis? I could accompany you and give you advice, as I did in Dresden, but I see that the role of mentor and bodyguard has been taken over by the hand of the Inheritor. Not a good idea to take two otherworldly creatures hostile to demons with you. Even if I was disguised, the chances of attracting unnecessary attention would be doubled. I will stay and watch over the camp. If urgency arises, I will naturally intervene, but until then, I prefer to conceal my presence in the abyss. I see.
Rushali. Well, first let's save here, because I want to see what Rushali has to say. I'm sure she has some things to add, given she followed in.
Rushali looks at you, and smiles sadly without saying a word. Rushali, what was that strange song for early sunset all about? Rushali closes her eyes for a moment.
The last thing I wanted was to lie to you again, yet neither could I allay my growing suspicions. Look, Stein, I'm afraid early sunset is not the person he wants us to think he is. I've had my doubts about him for quite a long time, but it wasn't until Aivu's kidnapping that I took my chance and challenged him. Not only did the Song of Elysium mean nothing to him, but he didn't even react to it, like all of our allies did before. There's something else. It's more gut feeling, though. I was once a master of lies and deception. I can recognize a fellow liar on the spot. It's like how two skilled carpenters, weaponsmiths, or painters can always recognize each other from a crowd.
And who do you think he is?
An entity that possesses great power, that's for sure. I presume we are We are yet to meet a person or a creature who might pose an actual threat to him. His true motives are as unclear to me as they are to you. Why hasn't he attacked us yet, if he's an enemy? Why is he lying to us if he's a friend?
So you're telling me that he's somehow involved in Aivu's kidnapping?
Who knows? The Abyss is a place where evil deeds are as natural and common as sunrises and sunsets on Golarion. The demons might have kidnapped Aivu under Early Sunset's orders. Or they might have done it just because they naturally tend to captivate, or capture, divide, and torment their victims.
1 second.
Alright, apologies for the delay. Wasn't anything important.
I trust you, though.
What should we do not now to expose him, then? Please, don't make any hasty decisions. If he's somehow involved with the ones who kidnapped Aivu, and we put him on his guard, we might lose her forever. Let's be careful and keep watching him closely, I say.
I see. Have to go.
Be watching you.
Alright, before we go any further with this, we are going to need to prepare here a little bit. We have our buffs already accordingly, but I do believe that we need to increase our stealth a little bit for this occasion. So we are going to go into our inventory here, and we are going to equip items that give us stealth. Or that is the hope anyways. Yeah, so the only thing that comes to mind is the Mantle of Night, which gives us a +10 competence to stealth. It's not necessary, but it will help us a little bit, so... yeah, why not? It's not like we're using the item for anything else, so there you go. A 32 stealth is going to be way better than anything we throw together. So let's see, a 32, if we polymorph, is that increased though? Or is it lost? I hope it's increased. It is actually worse because of our size, and we don't actually get the buff. So actually being unpolymorphed here is way better. So I guess we will start with our mythic quest here, and talk with Early Sunset. I'm ready to start looking for Aivu.
Excellent. In that case, I need to get ready. Well, how do I look?
Your approach lacks creativity. You could pretend to be an attractive succubus or incubus.
That would be extremely unwise.
Most succubi, though certainly not all, are subjects of nocticula. An unknown succubus would raise questions. If they were to betray a demon from another part of the abyss. Though the demon should be powerful enough that others would be too afraid to betray him. At least, not immediately. About our plan, I will head to the flesh markets immediately, and talk to the merchants about buying a dragon. Go there, and be prepared for any surprises. There.
Godspeed.
Alright, and we're gonna bring a Ruchelet along, because she had some weird suspicions about this. Why not? Let's, see what's going on within the, gimmicks of this, situation, if you will. I'm mildly curious to what they are doing.
Let us press on.
Alright, so for this, we want to bring a Ruchelet. We don't necessarily need her to do anything, we just need to bring her along to the flesh markets. So, off we go. To the flesh markets. Although, he's probably not going to be happy, considering we slaughtered literally everybody there, but... whatever. If they start asking questions, there you go. It's fine. We're kind of an eyesore for the Abyss currently, so... it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
But yeah, we kind of need a Ruchelet with us for this.
March ahead.
Well, we don't need her, but it kind of helps to have her around.
Or at least some.
Well, let's step back for a moment. We can save here, I suppose. We won't be using a Ruchelet for any combat as planned. She's just going to be running back as soon as we can get available, but I digress.
Early sunset, disguised as a demon, nods to you imperceptibly, but aloud he barks. Out of the way, mortal. Let's begin. The translucent apparition of the Marilith demon makes a beckoning gesture with her upper pair of arms.
Do you have business with me, handsome? I see in your eyes that you're looking for me. Ramia Sedgeskin.
Looking for a dragon slave. A dragon of pleasant disposition. I serve a great master, and his wishes are law.
An interesting desire, but you should know that I do not undertake simple orders and transactions. I'm an artist, not a merchant. Therefore, tell me why the one you serve needs a dragon.
You're wasting my time, Shetsi.
So be it. Some people eat only intelligent, good creatures. Some of them value dragon meat most highly of all, especially when consumed over time. Dragons are tenacious creatures and can survive a long time, even as their limbs are cut off one by one. Fascinating.
The Marilith's breath quickens. She makes a few gestures with her hands.
Hey, City Lava, did you hear what this unusual customer just requested? Yeah. Going to eat me, are you? Hope you choke on my little bones. Head up, Lava. Think about the future that awaits you. Or rather, that doesn't. As for you, my wonderful client, if the specimen suits you, let's discuss the terms. Now, we can either go with the perception check or the stealth check. If we had went with the perception check, that would be better, but I'm going to go with the stealth check because it's slightly higher.
You manage to go unnoticed and overhear some of the conversation between Early Sunset and Marilith.
This is the location of my hideout. I will enchant the door to let you in. Through there, you'll be able to inspect the sample and sample the goods.
Good. I hope your warehouse is well guarded. Want the dragon to escape or be freed. After finishing the conversation, Early Sunset gives you a subtle nod. The voice of Early Sunset suddenly rings in your head.
Stein.
I have learned everything I need to know. The riddle was far too easy. Aivu was kidnapped by Ramesses' hunters to be sold. A typical story in the Lucian era, and many who come here as guests end up as slaves at the flesh markets. Anyways, I know where she's being kept. The lair is here in the middle city. It isn't far. You need to go there. And what agreement did you reach with Shedskin?
We've agreed that I will go there to inspect the merchandise, and she will spell the doors of her secret hideout. Let me go in.
I see. Well then, let's go get Aivu.
Of course. Meet me at the entrance to Shedskin's hideout. Very well. Now we've just got to go to the hideout, which is somewhere. I guess it's the portal over here, I would assume? No, it's not. Okay, there's the Assassin Guild, Lower City, Flesh Markets.
Our path leads on.
Shedskin's hideout is here. Okay. I'm gonna save here. I don't think I need a Ruchelet here now. So I'm actually going to kick her out of the party because I do believe she's no longer needed. So I'm gonna quickly go do that and then I will return back. I just wasn't sure if she needed to be here or not, so that's why I'm kicking her out, then going back in, and then we'll go save Aivu. Because, yeah, we need to save Aivu. That's just how it goes. Done it. Alright, let's go out. We're going solo. Flesh markets. And let's go save Aivu. Well, gonna be interesting to see how things pan out. Okay, let's rush over to here. We'll save before talking to early sunset here. And see what goes down. Alright, let's polymorph here. Go in. Hold their ties. The mistress said that the slave is more dangerous than the others. Is there somebody else there? What luck.
Early Sunset nods contentedly.
We will return the escaped property to Shedskin and either get Aivu in return or demand a significant reduction in the price to buy her back. I have a counteroffer. Let me escape and go on my way. I'm not going to do business with slavers at all. Let's release this fugitive and free Aivu, if forced by necessary. I like you. I am Charming Minx. What's your plan? If I get out, I'll find you and treat you to something that will delight your senses.
Early Sunset frowns, but removes the enchantment.
Stein has come here from Galarian, a city called Dresden. Perhaps we should help you escape the Abyss. No need. I have things to do here. Someone owes me a lot of money, so goodbye. For now, at least. Yeah. Something's going on here. We're going to save under pain here specifically because I have a weird feeling that we're going to need to do that. But alas, we'll be fine. Okay, we're going to be dealing with quite the foes, so before we go in and engage, we're going to need to buff up a little bit. So let's see, we've already got heroism. It's going to remain there for a while, but hopefully it sticks. And yeah, Tender Delights is going to remain, so that's good. I figured. Okay, we're going to use a few spells to give ourselves an edge in this fight, naturally. No fear. We should probably also make ourselves immune to certain effects. Should we go Dragon Form? We should probably go Dragon Form, right? I'm thinking we go Dragon Form, yeah. Let's swap over to a Brass Dragon at least. That'll be a good enough excuse. Stein, you're finally here! I missed you so much! And you... evil demon. Didn't believe me when I said my friends would save me. Oh, that reminds me. She set up an ambush.
The familiar projection of Ramir's Shedskin appears next to Aivu's cell.
How is it that my handsome buyer turned out to be a fake? You brought the owner of this dragon larva to my lair. I'd be surprised.
The demon lets out a mocking laugh.
I mentioned that I treat every act of the slave trade as a performance. This is my plan for this scene. The hero thinks he has foiled the villainess's plans and is about to set her free. But he is ambushed and is instead forced to compromise his principles. So which will it be? Will you try to fight my guards? Will you pay 100,000 gold coins and walk away humiliated?
You'll wish you never met me, Shetskin.
Let's aim for the guard here. There we go. That's going to be our starting attack now. We'll aim for everybody else as we go, but it's overall just going to be a constant harassment here. Oh, we got confused. That is only going to cause more trouble for them than it is me, I feel. Okay, let's, intimidate a lot. There we go. 5 foot this direction here. There we go. Put them in a position where they're going to have a rough time. Going to take some damage, but considering we're in dragon form, we're going to be perfectly fine. And considering we have the defenses of the Death Ward, it's only going to be even better than that. But I digress. Our AC is going to be absurdly stupid here, so this is sure to be interesting, no matter what we go through. And, worst case, our damage reduction physical, or our physical damage reduction is going to help us out here, so we'll be fine. My god, okay, not exactly what I was hoping for. Getting constantly hit with nat 20s. We're not getting a chance here to actually retaliate here, which is stupid because of confusion, but can't really do much about it, which sucks. Confusion just sucks like that, and I don't want to hit him. God damn it. I want to focus on the others that are much easier to target, but I guess that's just how life is, really. Oh. At least we're fast healing out of anything that they try and do against us. Ow. Okay. That's a start on the attacks there. Our fast healing should cover us for the most part. We are going to suffer con damage, but it's such a small amount that I shouldn't be worried. Oh, god damn it. So many skipped turns because of confusion. I hate this. I hope the confusion fades, because otherwise it's just going to be a nuisance every single time. Ow! Seriously. God. That's another skip turn. Lovely. I'm not happy. This is silly. Well, I'm in a rage now, so great. God, I feel like I need to load this, but I don't think it's really going to do much for me, really. Huh. Oh well, I guess we'll see how things pan out. Huh? Well, hey, if I out-heal their damage, we'll be fine, so it's not a big deal. Well, not a huge deal, I should say. Yeah, we're slowly recovering. Yeah, we're living. I had a weird feeling this was gonna happen, so yeah. I don't exactly want to spend hours upon hours not being able to control my actions. That's just a pain to deal with. We're better off engaging and getting the utmost out of our attacks here. So I'm probably not even going to turn on Piranha Strike, otherwise things will only get worse, I feel. So we're going to turn off our Polymorph here. We are going to activate everything that we need to for this. So we'll start off with this, this, this. Alright, what else? We already got the elemental resistances. The invisibility should be... Yep, it's on. We activate this. Reduce person would increase our to hit and AC, so that's good. There we go. We are now small sized, which only increases our abilities a little bit. Arc skin will be on just because we can have it on. See, displacement. Yep. Haste. Magical armor vestment is probably going to be good, so we'll use that. That will increase our AC by a little bit as well. What else? Right, we need the Scroll of... No, we don't need the Scroll of Death, actually, to be quite honest. We are going to need the Stone Skin, though, and we should probably get the Arrow buff. So, protection from arrows as well. Yep, False Life Greater. We will use Vampiric Shadow Shield, so if we do ever get hit, it's going to be damning for them more than it is us. We'll use Greater Heroism to give us a bit of an edge in battle. It'll give it a 40 to hit instead. Or technically we're brought up to 50 in a realistic manner. Let's see. This will increase our strength, it'll increase our con, and increase our natural armor on top of everything, as well as DR10 adamantine, which would help us in this fight by a margin. We shouldn't need anything else beyond that. Firebrand would give us additional d6 of fire damage, but against enemies in the Abyss, not so necessarily useful. We'll use Angelic Aspect Greater, and we'll save the rest for later. I will cancel out of here. I'm going to save Under Pain, and then I'll polymorph, then I'll rush in. And that should be good enough. Alright. Activate Brass Dragonkind. Charge in. Alright, and Galu is here. We've got a 41 to 49 AC. I guess we can, for now, use Piranha Strike here and reduce his AC by a margin, so that way it's easier to just combo the Galu out. Okay, we're gonna 5-foot step here. The Galu's now at half health. See how they fare. We managed to succeed against a confusion now, so that's good. And negative levels is the biggest issue, so we want to load because we buggered that up. I should have used the defense, but I neglected that, so that's my mistake. No matter, I will fix this immediately. But the Galu goes first, because if we don't deal with the Galu, it's just going to be a worse situation for us. So, as expected. Yeah, let's just get violent. Okay, we are going to activate this, and then we activate Dragon Form. Alright, now... is he immune to sneak attacks? He should not be immune to sneak attacks, but he does have foresight. He is never flat-footed. That would explain why he doesn't take sneak attack damage. Okay. Well, for now, we'll just focus on, dishing out damage, I guess. We'll activate, Fey Aspect for even more. 5 foot this way. Thankfully, we're immune to energy drain, which is good. We'll let them try and harass us to no avail. Confusion, we succeed against. That's good. Alright, the Galu is at 49 AC now. We can't really rely on other methods aside from this. Okay, we're gonna just move this way and continue our progress of attacking. The majority of them should be fear-stricken, or should have the ability to be feared, so it's not going to be a huge deal. Yep, they continue to try and make me fail my saves. Okay, we're gonna take a 5 foot back here. Alright. Let's see. 41 AC, 44, 44. What's our current to hit? 48. If I turn this on, it's going to be reduced by 5. But honestly, I take these chances with pride. Because that'll just take that guy out. There you go. We're slowly whittling him down by doing this. Okay, 44 AC versus 42. We're gonna aim for this guard. There we go. We're gonna slowly move our way over to the archer. I'm not too worried about the guard here. We take some hits from him, but honestly, not the worst fight there. He just got really lucky there. And even, hey, even if they crit confirm, their only thing they're going to do is just deal damage. Which is perfectly fine by me. You know what? Let's intimidate here. There we go. That'll cause them to be intimidated for a few rounds. That's going to help our damage and AC, or attacks against them, so why not, right? Cause them to be shaken means that they reduce their attacks and overall output. But yeah, this guy's shaken, so we want to focus on him, I do believe. 5 foot here. A little worried about damage, but we should be fine. Focus on the guard. There we go. That dude's gonna try and hit me with his 20s, but to no avail. We just ruin his day. And we're gonna do the same for this guard. And yeah. Aasimar is going to have a rough time. You know why they call me Shedskin? Because I prefer not to appear in the flesh. All my enemies see is a projection. A shell. And attacking it will not kill me. Enjoy your victory, outsider. Everything will soon change. Are you really going to let this go? We rescued Aivu, and she's safe. Shouldn't we make the slavers pay for what they did?
Yes, we have to do something. He grabbed me and hurt others. Many, many others. They're bad.
What did you want me to do?
Let's go to that nasty market and free all the slaves.
Wait, that's what a little kid would say.
Let me say it another way.
Aivu takes a deep breath, wrestling with her emotions.
We can't defeat the entire abyss and change everything here forever. But if we retreat, the demons will keep doing whatever they want. We need to show everybody, including those poor slaves, that there is a way out, and that those filthy demons can be defeated.
I can only add that our dear Shedskin is not as cunning as she thinks. I tracked down the source of her projection. She's currently at the flesh markets. If you go there now, you may catch her. If we can free the slaves and help even a single person, that's what we're going to do. Good luck. I'll be nearby in case of any powerful forces come to aid the slavers.
So, yeah, we may have, done that to a degree already, but, it doesn't hurt to let Aivu have his whims, and I'm certain it's going to be quite fun, all the same, and I'm confident that this is the right move. Although we are obviously pissing off, early sunsets, from the sounds of it, but it's clear that something's going on with the guy. But, regardless. We have, put quite the nail in the coffin.
The flesh markets seethe with activity as swarms of demons pour into the area.
Far behind them, you see the silhouette of Rasmina Shedskin. This time, she's here in the flesh.
Hey, outsider. You don't think you could just leave, did you? The dragon was a decoy. My main target was you. You are my most anticipated products. My most prized, created effort. And I've already found buyers for you.
I'm gonna do the chaotic thing. I'm going to sing the Song of Elysium.
Hey, show them who's in charge here. I knew I shouldn't have come in person. It's nothing. I can get out of anything and I'll escape this too.
And yeah, you quite literally grow a tree in Illusionera for doing this, so it really sets the tone on how chaotic things can get, really. Although, because of how the situation is played out, we've really turned the tide into something more chaotic. So, yeah, look forward to that. Alright, Aivu, it's been a while since you've been with us. Alright, let's just throw that to the wind. There you go. Alright, let's start with the combo here. There we go. A nice bunch of criticals there. Oh, he's going after Aivu. Bit concerning, but not unexpected. There we go. Yeah, Aivu's getting harassed now. I'm probably gonna have Aivu run, but she might just get knocked unconscious. We'll have to see. Alright. Alright, let's turn off Piranha Strike and prioritize the Galu here. Aivu's gonna go down no matter what, so... Okay, well, I'll let her just do her thing, I guess. It don't matter. She's going down anyways, it's cool. Yeah, it's gonna be us going through, huh? I'll just combo the ever-living hell out of them. 5-foot steps, so that way I can deal with the sharpshooter here. That warmonger is gonna try and do shenanigans to us, but to no avail. And they're going to be forced to try and get hits against us, and they're going to fail miserably. Yeah, there we go. Ow. Unfortunately for them, we're just too good here, so... Yep, they're having a miserable time. I'll start with the sharpshooter here, so that way I minimize the attacks we take. And yeah, we just dance with the Galu Warmonger here, who's not going to have a fun time attacking us. Yeah, he's not going to have a fun time, period. Then again, this is what happens when we go Dragon Form, right? Dragon Form's just that potent. And bada boom. Alright, let's deal with what's her face then. Let's go have a talk with her. Shouldn't be impossible to do, right? And now you. Mercy. Ramiza Shedskin makes no effort to defend herself. You got your dragon back, there's no need to kill me. Where did you even get the idea of stealing Aivu? Someone suggested to me. A demon. An utterly unremarkable Vrokai. Almost certain it was a deception. Either an illusion or transformation. I have an eye for such things. I didn't care. He casually mentioned that a tempting offer, or a tempting outsider, would be paying us a visit. I fell for it. But you need to seek your true enemy, not persecute a poor artist like me. One second while I check something here. I just need to check the Azata path in Chapter 4, just to make sure. Because I do believe there is merits here. Okay. You need 4 points. We've got that. We've got that. Got that. And we got that. Okay, so we got the 4 things that we needed. But her survival doesn't really matter. I'm gonna go with the third option here. I'd rather get my hands... No. Begone. Never cross my paths again. Shedskin departs with such haste that she actually leaves patches of skin and torn flesh in her wake. Early sunset appears out of nowhere, no longer disguised as a demon. He stares at a tree in the middle of the flesh markets for a time. Quite impressive. I have something to discuss with you, Early Sunset. What is that? You've dropped hints from the slave traders about improving their security. Because of that, the situation turned against me. I communicated with them in the way they would find believable. It was wise to show something like interest in their face. You did not seem to recognize the Song of Elysium that Richelieu sang to you. I've never cared for music. Imagine that. Not all Azatas like music. You wanted to return the escaped slave to Shedskin. What kind of Azata does that? It was the most reasonable way to secure Aivu's safe return. Wasn't a desire to save an innocent, a friend, justify the harshness of the methods. Shedskin said someone drew her attention to us, that she had been encouraged to abduct Aivu. That's enough. I can see this has gone far too long. Well, acting was never my calling. Let me introduce myself properly. Mephistopheles, Archdevil of Hell. By the light of the heaven, an Archdevil here in the abyss. And you've accompanied us this whole time. And to what do I owe such an honor? I suppose I should explain myself. Tell you why I followed. And what the mission of Early Sunset was. The emergence of a new figure with unknown powers could not fail to attract attention on a range of planes. Initially, I came to take a closer look, find out the source of your abilities, and perhaps even help. The Demon Lord Mephistopheles dealt a grievous insult to Hell in the past, and supporting his enemies is certainly in my interests. But when I got to know you, your band of renegades, any benevolent plans and aspirations came to an end. I don't think you are capable of realizing how problematic the nature of your existence is. Mortal perspective is too narrow to understand events of universal significance. Demons are certainly enemies and a threat. They exist within the established order and rules by which the universe operates. You do not. Even the most chaotic of gods are forced to obey the unspoken agreements that exist. And very rarely do they dare violate. You are mortal, with an ever-growing, semi-divine power. You are a true mortal. Therefore, no contracts or restrictions concerning divine essence apply to you. You can move across all planes, wield your power, destroy the designs and established order of millennia, and Hell has no lawful means of stopping you. Therefore, in the grand scale of the universe, you are a much greater problem than Baphomet, Discari, and all the other Demon Lords combined. Stein, do we have to listen to him? So boring. I'm already falling asleep. Just hit him on the horned head or something and send him packing. Ugh. Do I want to say option 1 or just go straight to chaotic? I'm really tempted. Please, get in line behind the demons who invaded my world. When I'm finished with them, I'll turn my attention to you. Such foolish bravado. I should teach you a lesson. But that's all to come. I do not wish to linger any longer in the realm of Nocticula. That lover of backstabbing with a pathological drive to kill powerful beings. If you happen to survive, we'll meet again. If not, the problem will have solved itself. Yeah. So, Mephistopheles himself has come to cause us problems. Of all things. I'm not sure whether that's a good or bad thing, but it just means we've grabbed so much attention that it's getting to the point where it's getting a bit crazy. But I digress. We've managed to do quite well for ourselves despite that. We've saved Aivu, and we've got many, many other quests that we gotta do. But it's very clear that Early Sunset was a villain. I definitely went for more chaotic options just because it felt right for the character. But yeah. We're going to become slowly chaotic good, I imagine, in due time, but I digress. I'm going to wrap it up here for now. So, I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. I know I did. And I'll see you guys next stream. But yes, this is the tree I was talking about. I just didn't expect it was going to be a part of a main quest line, but I guess it makes sense. But I digress. Take care, guys, and have a good day.